Hello, I guess, and welcome to the first video on this new channel. My name is Alex, and my friend Alex. We will both be talking about this new Dead by Daylight killer, the Clown. So this is the beta for what's the date today? 29th of
29th of May.
29th of May. Right. So yeah, we've got a store now added to the game. This is part of the beta. Store added to the game, and if we go to the character, well, you can already see this new chapter 8 curtain call. It's awful.
Mad.
It's scary as hell. First off, we've got new skins, which, you know, is cool.
Yeah.
But today we're here to talk about the Clown, and I'm gonna read. Should I call you Dawson?
Yeah, just call me Dawson.
Or Perky or something?
The Clown Law, off we go!
The Clown Law. The Clown Law, off we go. So, you haven't read this, have you?
No, I'm waiting for you to read.
Okay. It's quite long, so sit down.
Yeah,
I've got a glitch on the
I
screen.
just had a quick scroll through.
Okay, anyway. So Kenneth Chase is the name of the clown. Was born in 1932 by a difficult labour, which his mother wouldn't survive. And this event drove a rift between him and his father that never closed. As the boy grew, so did his father's resentment and his drinking habit, and by the time Kenneth was at school, they lived mostly separate lives. So that's the first thing.
That's already like...
Yeah, you can see it's
Yeah.
going downhill.
Yeah.
So academically, he was unremarkable, coasting by on his significant athletic prowess. He grew tall and strong, excelling at track events, but shunned any attempts to coax him into team sports. So he's very
Not too much there.
Yeah. On his walk home from school, he'd find feathers on the ground, and he soon began a collection, keeping them in a cigar box under his bed. With his father either at work or in an alcohol-induced stupor, Kenneth had hours to spend alone, transfixed by the regularity of the feathers' barbs and feeling the softness as he ran them over his lips.
So weird.
Watching the birds that came to the feeder in his garden, he imagined how soft they must be and resolved to catch one. He ingratiated himself, with the local dentist, soon procuring an anesthetic. Using this, he rigged up a trap on the feeder that he hoped would knock out a bird long enough that he could touch it.
He just likes birds. He
really
likes birds.
He really likes birds.
There's nothing wrong with this guy. He just likes birds.
He just likes birds. Well, so far there's nothing wrong with this guy.
Yeah.
After a few failed attempts, he manages to trap a robin. As it lays in his hand, he felt a sudden rush of life at his mercy. He planned to release it once recovered from the anesthetic, but instead, as its eyes flickered back into consciousness and it began to struggle, his grip remained firm, and his fingers slowly tightened around its throat, squeezing until its chest feathers were finally still.
What?
He disposed of the body, keeping just a feather, with which he started a new collection. And discarded the other collection as fake.
He killed a robin. So basically, we got a guy who used to like birds, but then was like, nah,
man, I'm
nah,
good.
I'm gonna kill him.
By the late 1940s, Kenneth had left school and started working as a busboy at a local diner. He had also escalated to larger prey like squirrels, raccoons, and dogs, becoming skilled at customizing the anesthetic dosage for each.
Right, how has no one like
Noticed.
reported dogs?
I mean,
Like
dogs.
going missing. Like squirrels and raccoons, okay, fair enough. But dogs, like someone's got to notice.
Okay, in early 1954, a young man went missing, and the town was turned upside down in the search. A few months later, Kenneth's father, while doing some work in the crawl space under the house, found a cigar box. He broke it open, and to his horror, he saw that it contained feathers, animal paws, and a man's finger. Returning from work, Kenneth saw his father leave the crawl space with the cigar box in his hands, and he turned on his heel and never went home again, so he's run off. And after a few weeks of living rough, he encountered a travelling circus and, with his prodigious strength, was hired to work the ropes. He assumed a new name, Jeffrey Hawk.
Okay, so
Jeffrey
that's
Hawk.
the name of the killer then?
Over the next decade, he stayed with the circus, traveling the length and breadth of the USA. But with the itinerant life providing a few repercussions, he fell into bad habits. Drink, junk food, drugs. He indulged all of them to excess. For a time, these vices were enough, but then his old urges returned, and his nomadic existence became a cover for his him to resume killing. He stole clothes and makeup from performers, fashioning a disguise that would let them get close to the victims.
Right, pause.
Anesthetized
How does
them.
that disguise let him get close to the victim?
I mean, yeah, it's not very
He's
subtle.
a fat clown.
I mean, I can only imagine that he's gone fat clown after the events of...
Okay.
I mean...
I was gonna say, like, if he looks like that... Like,
Yeah, well, it's not very
getting close to
subtle, is it?
anyone.
Especially that knife. It's not really...
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, he would anesthetize them, bringing them back to the caravan where they would awake to find themselves bound at his mercy, to like the Robin.
Yeah.
He'd finally
Okay.
get to have his
yeah.
fun, mentally and physically torturing them, their screams
Christ.
fueling him before being lost in the night. And once
Christ.
their strength was at its lowest, he would carefully examine their fingers, searching for the prettiest, running them over his tongue to find the tastiest. Once he found the best, he would cut it from their hand and proudly add it to his collection, disposing of the rest of the body as pointless waste. I mean, now that is just
Okay. I mean,
that's
whatever
just
into
incredible.
pal, you know?
That's just quite the thing, really. So carrying on. Men, women, young, old, he didn't care. The essence of a good collection is in the variety, in the memories and the stories they evoke. He removed the costume less and less, shredding his old personality with it, fully embracing the clown, his true self. So now he's just wearing this costume all the time.
Yeah,
basically.
no.
This is probably
He
where...
is the costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With time, he became complacent and sloppy. A victim managed to work free of her bindings while he was sleeping off drink. She escaped, screaming for help, and he awoke to find the rest of the circus bearing down on him. He whipped his horse, and the caravan disappeared into the night. And since then, he's roamed the country, a parasite who could always be found at a carnival or circus, but who would never be seen on any playbill. He lured the brave or foolish enough to come near, trapped them, and moved on before they could be found missing. Somewhere along the way, he left ordinary roads of the USA behind him, travelling through a veil of mist and entering a new realm. It was a place of transience and impermanence, perfectly suiting the life he had chosen to lead. Feeling more at home than he had in his entire life, he set up camp and waited for his first visitor.
So I'm guessing that's when he's, like, in the entities world and stuff.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
So
That's
that is
creepy.
quite the thing, isn't it?
Get that one up. Let's go.
Yeah, well, we've got to round it off first.
Oh, there you go. Video done.
So the clown, when is he coming out, like, officially? Look at this belly moving.
I don't know. It's like week.
It'll be
maybe.
like
It'll probably be June the 13th.
June the 13th. Clown, June the 13th. Look at this cool
Not
costume as
confirmed.
well. It's terrifying. And
It's gay.
we will see you then as well.
It's extremely gay.
Alright, shut up. Yours was just a video.
Yeah.
Alright.
And what?
Okay, signing out.